I'm Coco and I'm a GoodWe Kids reporter. Today I'm here with
Krystian
and
Peter.
Okay, I've got a few questions for you guys. You ready to answer?
Yeah, sure.
Awesome. Okay, so could you tell everyone what the Little Sunshine Pledge does and why you started it?
Yep, so Little Sunshine Pledge it provides free solar systems to orphanages, facilities that help kids, pregnant women in Southeast Asia. So they essentially get access to free power, and the savings from the bills that they don't have to pay, they can then channel into things like medicine, food, schooling, education as well.
Yeah, lovely.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about the orphanage in Cambodia?
Yeah, so we're really excited. We've got we've been operating in Vietnam for about 18 months now. So we've done 11 orphanages there. We've wanted to go and expand our program to a new country. So the next one coming up is Cambodia. Inside Cambodia, we've got three great facilities that we're going to be installing systems for.
Yeah, wow.
So they are Sunrise Cambodia, who will be getting a larger system. Their power bill is just huge.
Yeah.
We've got Transform Cambodia and New Hope of Smile Children's Association. So between them, they look after more than 500 kids.
Amazing.
Yeah.
That's great. And are all of them, like, when you say high power bills, is it like what is making the power bill so high?
Yeah, absolutely. So the three facilities, they're actually all quite large in terms of how many kids they help.
Oh, right.
So that's obviously one big aspect of it, because they've got big footprints.
Yeah.
There's a lot of kids attending. They've got a large need for using power. And then on top of that, in Cambodia, actually, the power prices are very expensive when you compare it to other countries in Southeast Asia as well. So it's kind of a compounding effect where these guys are trying to do as much good as possible for the kids, but then at the same time they're also getting affected because the price is just so expensive over there.
Yeah. On an estimate, how many kids do you reckon?
So it will be more than 500. Like,
Wow.
for example, Sunrise Cambodia has over 70 that are living there permanently.
Wow.
And there's 300 plus that just attend schooling there daily. So they actually have their own programs where kids come in the morning, they do a morning session, then those kids go and attend other programs. Meanwhile, the afternoon, kids come in and they do their sessions there as well. So yeah, they look after a lot of kids.
Just to give a little bit of comparisons, so we were a little bit shocked as well when we looked at the energy prices in Cambodia. So in Australia, our peak retail rates can be anywhere between high 40s to 50 cents. In Cambodia, it was like 38 to 39 cents.
Wow.
And that's massive. When you compare that with other Southeast Asian countries, it's probably half of that. So yeah, like that was a big surprise to us. And one of the big things that we've seen with a lot of these orphanages is that they try to, education's really big, and so they've got all these computers and things that have been donated, but they're too scared to use the computers because they're scared of the electricity bills. They can't actually, they've just got that fear of having their next power bill. So I think that's one big thing that will
Work towards.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Wow. All right. Why will having solar panels and batteries make such a big difference to the kids living at the orphanage?
So yeah, definitely having solar panels. At the moment, they're all buying the electricity, from the grid, right?
Yeah.
And so by having access to free power, then essentially during daytime, all of their activities and all the power usage is actually free for them to use. So what we've done as well is when we install the systems in Vietnam, our teammates in the other countries, they run education sessions.
Yeah.
So they run education sessions for the kids to, tell them about solar panels, but also do education session for their management on how to best utilize solar. So for example, if let's say before solar, it maybe didn't make a difference for them whether they did the washing or cooking in the morning or the afternoon or the evening. But after having solar, if they can do all the energy intensive activities and bring it forward to daytime where it's essentially free, they are saving money from what they would usually use at night. So it makes the nighttime usage, a lot less. Which basically reduces the power bills further. So we've had some case studies from orphanages that we've installed previously, and they've been able to save more than 60% of the electricity usage. So there was one that was actually quite interesting, and I don't know if that might be another question for you, but
go ahead.
It was two men. So it was an orphanage that is located in the Coffee Hills of Vietnam, and it's so remote. So they've got their own orchard where they grow fruit trees so they can be more self-sufficient, right?
Yeah.
They build a fish pond so they can actually have access to fish protein for the kids as well.
Yeah, wow.
Once we install the solar, they've been able to just really drive down the electricity cost. And they sent through an update for us where, we remember when we were there, when the kids had a birthday, they had to share one cake. Between them all. But this was after solar. That was the first time they've actually been able to get a cake for each of the kids, right? And the other thing they were able to do, which they couldn't do before, is because it's so remote, it's impossible. It's not impossible. It's really hard for them to get access to healthcare. So with the savings, they were actually able to get a local dentist to come up to the orphanages and then check all the kids' teeth.
Wow.
Yeah, so they sent through photos of every kid getting their teeth checked, which is so awesome, especially after eating cake.
Yeah. Obviously.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, that's so lovely.
Yeah.
And it's amazing that that's literally just from some of the help that you guys have been putting in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And keep in mind, with the electricity prices in those countries follow the same process, follow the same path as Australia, where each year the electricity price increase, right? And so without solar, that means that they would have to be spending more and more on electricity, whereas with solar, they're actually saving more and more. So the savings are cumulative and they compound and increase, as the electricity prices go up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's really important.
Lovely. All right. What do you hope will change for the children once a new solar system is installed?
I'll give this one to you.
Okay.
What are your hopes?
Look, I think at the end of the day, when we first started the Little Sunshine Pledge, one of our main driving factors was I've always been in business since I was 19 years old.
Yeah, wow.
And I've always looked at how to get things from A to Z as quick as possible. And I guess when I looked at charities, I've always wanted to do something for charities. And I think there was a few charities where I was always about to donate something, and then I would realise that only 40 cents or 30 cents out of the dollar would actually go to the people in need that we were actually trying to give that $1 to, or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And that's purely because of economics and business. We all understand that there has to be sales commissions, management, marketing, and all those things. And one thing was I always felt like renewables would be one of the only things where if it was going to save them 2,000 Australian dollars a year, which was equivalent to 50,000 kilos of rice or whatever for them every year, that would be given to them every year. And we could bank on that for the next, depending on the panel degradation, but that would last for them for the next 25 to 40 years, and it would go from generation to generation.
Yeah.
And it's a real ripple effect. So understanding solar, understanding the business dynamics, and understanding how every dollar was going to go back to the kids at 100%, that was a real big thing for me. And I just saw
100%.
we would want all the savings to go back to those children to let them have cake or to let them get their teeth cleaned or checked. So it's basically making sure that it goes to the right people.
Because it sounds almost a bit precious, but cake's such a simple thing here. You get $6 cakes from Coles, and it's
exactly.
just have them on a random Saturday. But that's amazing, and that's actually really mind-blowing to me as well, that they only had one cake for all the children.
Yeah.
So that's, yeah.
When what's pretty amazing is our Fung is the project manager that works in Vietnam, and some of the journeys that she's been through just to try to scout these sites for us. It's been a whole, we could really make that into a movie. We've seen flash. She's FaceTimed us, and we've seen flash floodings happen right in front of her.
Wow.
Where she could have been 5 minutes from being
Caught up in it.
Yeah. But she just keeps going. So, she's a real
hard worker.
Yeah, she's a trooper, really. Like we're so blessed to have really good people on our team. Keep pushing through, Yeah.
That's awesome. If every eco-smart kid watching could do one thing to help children around the world, what would you ask them to do?
I think it would be to, start at home, because, what we've been finding on our journey is that, communities are so important, right? And so, even being able to just, be able to do good, that actually is contagious and it helps to spread. And so even though the impact might not be directly associated with, someone else in our country, it might actually lead to someone, taking a step they wouldn't normally have.
Yeah.
They will actually cascade that impact further.
Like ripple effect.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's the whole intention for, what we do at Little Sunshine Pledge, where, these kids, they get opportunities. We're hoping that these systems provide, them an opportunity to take a different pathway and have a better life. And then what we know as well is when the kids grow up, a lot of them, come back to help the orphanages,
Wow.
So that's where, the ripple effect happens where, if there are more kids that are successful, they're able to, pursue the dream, whatever the dream is, they will be able to,
put that forward.
Exactly, pay it forward to and bring it back to the next generation. So that's what we're trying to do, is just essentially create these loops, with the power of solar to be able to do that.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah. Hope that answers the question.
Yeah, really well.
Yeah, no, that was a good question. I don't feel I can...
Okay, that's all right.
All good. I've got a random question.
Okay.
Why did you guys decide to call it the Little Sunshine Pledge?
Oh, cool. That's perfect for you.
Besides being a fantastic name, essentially the core people we were trying to help were orphans, but now that's branching off to other minority groups. But the original group we were trying to help were orphans. And one of the key things that we can always identify is, like, even though they don't really have much, they're always happy, they're always smiling. But being able to implement solar energy and being able to enlighten and enrich their lives, their everyday lives, not just once off, like giving them like a bowl of rice or whatever it is for the day. I love the fact that it's always going to be generational and ongoing. It's going to have an ongoing effect for the rest of that orphanages, facilities, for any kids that go there, really. So, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's so great. Okay, so I've got some fun questions.
Alright,
I've got
let's
two
go.
of them,
Yep.
so you guys could maybe one for you.
Okay, all right.
Okay, so if you could pack one Australian snack for the children in Cambodia, what would you pack?
Oh, Tim Tams.
Tim Tams?
Yeah. Actually, I
Any
might do
particular
that.
flavour Tim Tams?
Oh, just the original.
OG.
No, that's wrong.
Yeah.
Double chocolate all the way. Double coat.
Did you see in Costco in America, they can buy 9 packs of Tim Tams
What?
for the same price as what we pay for one.
Really?
Anyway, I thought that was interesting.
Little fun fact. Go to Costco.
Okay, all right.
Okay, so since my dad is going to Cambodia and
Uh-huh.
visiting soon, what food does he have to try? And is there anything he definitely shouldn't eat?
That's perfect. You know, I'm really glad you asked me that question because, you know, if you ask me about any other cuisine, I'll be able to tell you, but me and your dad are going to have the same experience. So, you know what? I might get him to try different things first and then I'll follow in his footsteps, you know, the next day.
Test subject.
That's right, that's right.
Awesome.
So, you know, to answer your question, absolutely everything.
Everything?
Yeah, for both questions.
You know, can I recommend you get him, I don't know if they have sea urchin there, but you can get him to have some sea urchin.
Yeah, perfect. Don't tell me he's allergic.
Oh, he's not allergic, but he hates it. So you should, force that down his
Yeah, okay, all right. If we do, I'll capture that footage for you, all right?
Yeah, awesome.
I can make it.
Okay, go.
Ooh, yes, do tell us.
So, being married to a Cambodian, there's this one dish that I hate, and it's not it's you either love it or you don't, or you dislike it.
Yeah.
And I dislike it, but it's called bahok, and it's made from crushed. I don't know what it is, but it just stinks, right? But they love it. But like my brother loves it. My wife loves it. I dislike it. But they eat it with lamb and salad, and they put this disgusting paste on there, which is called bahok, and that's their. Like if you ask any Cambodian person about bahok, they go, "Oh, I love it," and then your dad probably go, "I hate it" as well when he tastes it for the first time.
We shall see.
We should put that in the bloopers.
Yeah. We will.
Yeah.
I'm looking at your dad.
Yeah.
His eyes.
He's like, hey. Okay, my final question for you guys is, do you think that children know that the people all the way over here in Australia actually do care about them?
Yeah. I think they do. You know, when we go in there and we see the kids and they see Fung, you know, they're always excited when she walks in. Nothing to do with the fact that she brings them snacks and little gifts, you know. But I think, you know, by, you know, telling them about what we do, what the system does, you know, showing them photos, you know, from other orphanages and other things that we've done, you know, I feel like they really connect to it. And then with Eco Smart Kids program, you know, getting an understanding of, you know, how it works in relation to not just how solar works, but the impact, and also not just on their orphanage, but worldwide, you know, that's something that really, you know, connects with them and they just find interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Well, thank you so much for joining me. It was amazing talking to you guys. I think it's just absolutely spectacular what you guys are doing. It's really, really inspirational and
Appreciate it.
Oh, it's so cool. So thank you so much for joining me. Hope you guys have a lovely rest of your
Thanks
day.
for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.